Okay, hi, we're going to talk about how to download the CCT Training Manual as a PDF and the cover page and the CCT Workshop schedules and how you will download those, print them, and assemble them for distributing at a CCT workshop. Okay, so at the top we have Child and Teen Courses. Gives you the choice of which space you want to go to. In the children's section, we've got RCCC, CCT, Organizing, Registration, Blog, and Committees. We're going to the CCT section to find the manual for CCTs. And you'll see right here, it shows you which space you're in. That's CCT space. The other spaces will show their name, RCC, Registration, Organizing. If you leave this space, that's going to change. So we're in the CCT space, opening to the home page, and you'll see right below that CCT Training Manual, right there. You'll see below that CCT Training Manual, how to view it, if you're not sure how to look at it, and how to navigate on the wiki. And then below that, CCT Training Manual PDF. So where we're going is the PDF. And just so you know how this works, the CCT Training Manual on the wiki is made up of lots of different wiki pages, all nested under that title of CCT Training Manual. And so we can't just download that right from here. There is an option to go to these three arrows and export to PDF, but we don't want to do it that way because it will only do one page at a time. So that is why we have this down here, CCT Training Manual PDF. We go there and you're going to see the instructions, or at least an explanation. Below is the CCT Training Manual exported from the wiki into a downloadable PDF to print and distribute at workshops. Go to this page for detailed instructions for printing, assembling, with schedules for workshops. And basically, it's going to take us back to here, but I want to follow these instructions. So these are the instructions, really what we're going over today. So if we look at number 1, it says ask me to upload the latest version of the manual to the file page. It's actually going to be at that last page we were just at. And then we're going to, once that's uploaded and I let you know it's up to date, then you do the next steps. It says download the CCT Training Manual PDF and the manual cover at this link. So let's go there. So I've already uploaded the latest manual. Yeah, question.
Yeah, so the cover, sometimes we change the cover to reflect the dates of the workshop.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a PDF, does that not happen?
So that one is actually a Word doc still. And you'll see here, it said go here to download both. The cover is a Word doc, and below that is the full body of the manual with the date and year, the latest version uploaded as a PDF.
Okay.
So good question. You will be able to edit it. So it says to go here and download these. So to download it, we'll just click it. Do the cover, and then the manual. And so they're loaded here. Looks like that's the same. And so the cover, since it's a Word doc, it went into my downloads. So we'll see it. We'll see them both there actually. They're in downloads. So we might as well open it. Open that one. And we have the manual opened already. So you're going to see the manual here, and it's a PDF, and it automatically generates a table of contents. You'll notice on the wiki, there's no page numbers because they're all wiki pages. So this automatically generates page numbers, and you're going to see the table of contents followed by the next page and the next page. And we're going to look at a screenshot to look at that more closely. So for these instructions, we just did step 3, download both of those. Step 4, edit the manual cover with details of location and date of workshop. So that looks like that. So you're just
Okay.
going to update that yourselves and save it. And step 5, download the desired schedules found at, and so these are saved on the RCCC space since it's not,
That's the one we were looking at the other day, Lisa.
yeah, so
Yeah.
these are not for CCTs, so they're saved on the RC space. This
I
is
had him.
the schedule page, or the page of schedules, and you'll notice here where it's bold. Do y'all see that in the side menu?
Yep.
So you'll notice all those are nested under what's called CCT Workshops. So you've got all these pages that are relevant for CCT Workshops nested under it. And so just for your information, where it is. So this says remember to edit titles, dates, locations, footers. So you've got really 3 choices here that I have. And if you create a new schedule that we want to upload here, that's great. Then people have more to choose from. You'll see this one's Friday 8 p.m. to Sunday 10:30 a.m. This one's Monday 8 p.m. I assume, Wednesday to 10:30 a.m. And this one's a unique one for OVC. So you're going to have to look at those 3 and see what you like and which one you want to edit, depending on what times you want. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we're ending in the afternoon. That's the way the schedule's set for the 2-day
You're going
here.
to start in the afternoon?
No, we're ending in the afternoon. So.
Oh, okay. So you'll have to edit one of these, and you'll see they're all Word docs. They're basically ones that I've received from Karen and that I've updated myself when I've done workshops, but based on her Word docs. So they'll look familiar to you. The OVC one, that's Ontario, is kind of interesting. If you look at that, I think I added a column for kitchen, and I found it really useful to really specify what they're doing when they're sitting. I know the other ones had adults, but I think it was kind of confusing to some people. And so you might like this format. And it's also a 1-day children's and a 1-day teens. So I doubt you're doing that.
Wow.
That was kind of complicated.
Wow.
So, okay, let's go back to those instructions. We just downloaded, or we went to the schedules. I didn't download any because we won't need to for the demo. Then it says edit, step 6, edit the schedule pages. Oh, we just mentioned that already. Step 7, print the cover separately, print the manual separately, and double-sided. So the manual you want to print double-sided, and I'll show you how that works in the screenshots below. Step 9, print the schedule separately. If assembling printed schedules with the manual, meaning you want to bind it together with the manual like we've done in the past, then you're going to insert them after the cover page and before the table of contents because their page numbers are not going to match the numbers in the table of contents. So that's one thing that's different than before. They're separate, and that's because we want to allow you to edit it and to just give out the PDF of the main manual. And what's also new is the table of contents it's included within the main manual, and it's not manually entered, meaning it's automatic. So before, what Karen had is you had to actually make sure it matched all the pages by hand, but now it's all automatic. You won't have to worry about that. But because of that, the schedules have to be a little bit separate. You could either print them and just give them out separately as stapled, or include them in the binder, however you want to do it. Step 11, page numbers should display on the outside of the edge. We'll see that below. So let's look at these screenshots. There's a reason that it's kind of this specific. This cover page, which you print separately, should go on the right side, meaning it's basically the first page, so that's kind of irrelevant. But just so you know how it relates to the next pages, table of contents should be placed on the right side of the manual. When you open up the cover turns to the left and you'll see back cover is blank. And because it's printed separately, it has a blank backside. And then the manual starts on the right side. And the reason for that is because the next page then, page 2, should be on the back of the table of contents because you're printing it all double-sided. You won't have to arrange any of that. Just by printing the manual double-sided, we'll put page 2 on the other side of the table of contents. And that also puts the page number you'll see there. Can you see that little 2? Basically down here. You're going to see the page numbers on the outside. And then you're going to see that this should be up to date too. If it's not, that's a mistake on my part. And I have to update it with the current date. But it should be okay, and you won't have to worry about that. So
basically, if we just print the PDF double-sided, it should be fine.
Yeah, then that just takes care of that. And then you just know to put table of contents on the right side. The reason why I'm saying that is some people will include the cover with the manual, and if you print back front and back, the table of contents then gets pushed behind the cover on the left side, and then it kind of messes up. Basically, it's just kind of a finicky thing that messes up the footers, the page numbers, so that they're on the outside. It's very minor, but I think it looks better that way. So let's see, I think that's all of the steps. And like I said, the schedules, if you want it bound within this, I would put it before the table of contents. And you'll see they have their own page numbers. You can do that however you want, but let's see if I can go to any of them. Basically, they have their own page numbers that are not going to match. So that's pretty much it. The main thing you want to do is go start with this page for the instructions and just follow those. And if you have any questions, you can ask me.
And that page is on, the CCT Training Manual Guidelines. Okay.
Yeah, and I just emailed it to you. And like I said, if you forget all of this and you just look for the manual under CCT, you're going to see the PDF version below there. Even if you were inside the manual and you looked at actually I took that out. It used to bring people to the PDF. Basically, you're just going to look for Training Manual PDF, and it's going to show you where to go. And by then, you might remember the instructions, and you just have to download these and assemble it. So it's pretty simple. I mainly wanted to walk you through it so that you could grasp how it's coming from the wiki. It's not coming from a Word doc, it's coming from a website, and then just a few differences with how we printed them before. So it's not that different, but just enough to where I wanted to let you all know. So that's pretty much it.